Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Ashanti, a voice of R&B legacy and reinvention. Ashanti Shequoiya Douglas, known simply as Ashanti, stands as one of the defining R&B voices of the early 2000s, a singer, songwriter, actress, and cultural figure whose influence helped shape an era. With her signature blend of sultry vocals, smooth melodies, and heartfelt storytelling, Ashanti became a cornerstone of contemporary R&B and pop, earning accolades, chart-topping records, and a lasting place in music history. Early life and breakthrough. Born on October 13, 1980 in Glen Cove, New York, Ashanti grew up in a musical household and began showcasing her talent early. As a teenager, she wrote songs, performed in local events, and worked relentlessly to break into the competitive music industry. Her perseverance paid off when she caught the attention of Murder Inc. Records and its founder, Irv Gotti. Her breakout came not with a solo single, but through unforgettable features on two massive hits, Fat Joe's What's Love and Ya Rule's Always on Time. Both tracks soared on the charts, making Ashanti a household name before her debut album even dropped. Meteoric rise to fame. In 2002, Ashanti released her self-titled debut album, which became a defining moment for early 2000s R&B. Featuring hits like Foolish and Happy, the album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, selling over 500,000 copies in its first week, a historic achievement for a new female artist. Foolish, powered by its memorable sample and emotional storyline, became one of the biggest songs of the year and solidified Ashanti as a rising superstar. Her debut earned her a Grammy Award, multiple Billboard Music Awards, and widespread critical acclaim. Continued success and evolution. Ashanti's career continued to flourish with releases such as Chapter 2 and Concrete Rose, albums that showcased her growth as an artist and a songwriter. Known for penning much of her own material, she brought authenticity and intimacy to the R&B landscape. Beyond music, she expanded her presence in film and television, appearing in productions like Coach Carter, John Tucker Must Die, and the TV series Army Wives. Her versatility and on-screen charisma reinforced her status as a multi-talented entertainer. Resilience and reinvention. After facing industry shifts and label changes, Ashanti continued to reinvent herself. She embraced independence, releasing music on her own terms and exploring new creative territories. Songs such as The Woman You Love and Never Should Have reaffirmed her vocal strengths and ability to adapt. Ashanti also became a figure of empowerment, known for her philanthropic work, advocacy for women, and dedication to inspiring younger generations. Her style, confidence, and authenticity continue to resonate with fans worldwide. Legacy in R&B. More than 2 decades after her debut, Ashanti's influence remains undeniable. She helped shape the sound of 2000s R&B, blending emotional storytelling with hip-hop-infused production. Her collaborations with artists like Ja Rule created some of the most iconic tracks of the era, and her contributions continue to inspire modern performers. Today, Ashanti stands as both a nostalgic symbol of a golden musical moment and an artist who continues to evolve, proof that true talent not only endures but grows. Ashanti, the princess of R&B and the blueprint of early 2000s soul. Few artists captured the heart of early 2000s R&B quite like Ashanti Shequoiya Douglas. With her smooth vocals, poetic songwriting, and unmistakable presence, she became one of the era's defining voices. Her rise to stardom was meteoric, yet her longevity has proven her to be far more than a moment, Ashanti is a force whose influence continues to echo throughout contemporary music. Early years in the road to stardom. Born on October 13, 1980, in Glen Cove, New York, Ashanti came from a family that nurtured artistic expression. Her mother, a former dancer, recognized her daughter's talent early. By age 12, Ashanti was writing her own songs and performing in talent shows. Inspired by the likes of Mary J. Blige, Ella Fitzgerald, and TLC, she cultivated a sound that blended youthful freshness with emotional depth. Her journey, however, was not straightforward. Before her big break, she faced multiple rejections from labels. Still, she remained committed, writing hooks for other artists, recording demos, and building a reputation in the New York music scene. Her persistence finally paid off when she connected with Irv Gotti of Murder Inc. Records, who recognized her potential. Breakthrough, the voice behind two number one hits. Ashanti's ascent into mainstream fame began with two powerhouse collaborations. Her vocals helped propel Ya Rule's Always on Time and Fat Joe's What's Love to number 1 and number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 respectively. In a rare feat, both singles featuring Ashanti dominated the charts simultaneously, creating huge anticipation for her solo debut. These collaborations weren't just successful, they cemented her as the soulful, effortless voice bridging R&B and hip-hop in a way few artists had before. Debut album. A record-breaking success in April 2002, Ashanti released her self-titled debut album, Ashanti, and changed the landscape of early 2000s R&B. The album sold over 503,000 copies in its first week, setting a record for the most albums sold by a new female artist. Its lead single, Foolish, became an instant classic. Built around a DeBarge sample, the track showcased her signature style. Emotionally honest lyrics layered over smooth, polished production. Foolish spent 10 weeks at number 1, and its music video, featuring actor Terrence Howard, became a cultural staple. The album earned her Grammy Award for Best Contemporary R&B Album, 8 Billboard Music Awards, 2 American Music Award nominations. Recognition as one of the most successful new artists of the decade. Continued chart dominance. Ashanti wasted no time following her debut's success. Her sophomore album, Chapter 2, 2003, debuted at number 1 and featured hits like Rock With You, Ah Baby, and Rain On Me. The latter's music video and mini-film brought awareness to domestic abuse and earned widespread praise for its emotional storytelling. Her third album, Concrete Rose, 2004, further showcased her growth with tracks such as Only You, which became a global hit. At a time when female R&B artists were redefining the charts, Ashanti held her ground as both a hitmaker and a songwriter. Songwriting, her underappreciated strength, while many admired her vocals and presence. One of Ashanti's greatest talents has always been her songwriting. She wrote or co-wrote a significant portion of her catalog, crafting narratives that resonated deeply with audiences, songs about heartbreak, loyalty, empowerment, and emotional resilience. Her pen was central to the Murder Inc. sound, melodic, heartfelt, and deeply relatable. Acting career and media presence. Ashanti expanded her career into acting, appearing in films such as Coach Carter 2005, opposite Samuel L. Jackson, John Tucker Must Die 2006, Resident Evil, Extinction 2007. She also appeared in theater productions and TV projects, proving her versatility as an entertainer. Challenges, Reinvention, and independence. The mid-2000s brought challenges, including label drama and changes in the music industry. Yet Ashanti reinvented herself by embracing independence. She founded her own label, released music on her terms, and continued touring internationally. Her 2014 independent album, Braveheart, demonstrated her creative autonomy and evolved sound. Despite moving outside the mainstream spotlight, her influence remained strong. A new generation of R&B artists have cited her as an inspiration. And her early hits continue to thrive on streaming platforms. A new era, recognition and revival. In recent years, Ashanti has experienced a resurgence in cultural relevance. Her 2021 Versus battle with Keisha Cole drew millions of viewers. She re-recorded her debut album to regain ownership of her masters. Collaborations with contemporary artists introduced her music to younger audiences. She also continues to perform globally, honoring the timeless appeal of her catalog. Philanthropy and advocacy. Ashanti is known for using her platform to support charitable causes. She has advocated for domestic violence awareness, women's empowerment, child education and welfare. Her poise, confidence, and authenticity make her a role model across generations. Legacy. A lasting imprint on R&B. Ashanti's artistic footprint is undeniable. She helped define the sound and style of early 2000s R&B, bridging smooth vocals with hip-hop beats and poetic, diary-like songwriting. Her records remain iconic, her voice instantly recognizable, and her spirit admired. More than 2 decades after her debut, Ashanti continues to evolve, create, and inspire. She is not just a star of her era, she is a timeless figure in R&B, a blueprint for modern female artists, and a multi-talented force who helped shape a cultural movement. Ashanti. From R&B royalty to cultural icon, a comprehensive look at her life, music, and legacy. Ashanti's name evokes an entire era of music, one defined by soulful hooks, R&B storytelling, and the golden age of hip-hop collaborations. But behind the hits lies a story of resilience, creativity, entrepreneurship, and artistic evolution. Over 2 decades into her career, Ashanti remains one of the most influential figures to emerge from the early 2000s music scene, continuing to shape pop culture while redefining her legacy on her own terms. A childhood shaped by art and ambition. Ashanti Shequoiya Douglas was born into a family deeply connected to the arts. Her mother, Tina Douglas, worked as a dance instructor and later became Ashanti's manager, while her father was a singer. This creative environment nurtured Ashanti's early interests in poetry, singing, and performing. From a young age, Ashanti showed remarkable talent. She performed in local festivals and talent shows. She wrote her own lyrics as a teenager. She was heavily inspired by powerhouse vocalists like Whitney Houston and Patti LaBelle. Her early writing style reflected a youthful but intuitive understanding of melody, a talent that would later set her apart in the music industry. The struggle before success. One of the most overlooked aspects of Ashanti's story is the struggle that preceded her stardom. Before she became the princess of R&B, she spent years navigating unsuccessful label deals, endless studio sessions, writing for other artists, background singing and demo recording. It was persistence, not luck, that eventually led her to Murder Inc. Records. Her ability to craft catchy hooks and emotionally resonant lyrics quickly impressed the label's founder, Irv Gotti. The Murder Inc. era and a new R&B sound. Ashanti's introduction to the world coincided with the peak of Murder Inc.'s influence on hip-hop and R&B. Her voice added a warmth and softness that complemented the label's gritty, rap-driven sound. A cultural shift. Ashanti didn't just appear in the early 2000s, she helped define its sound. Her smooth vocal style layered over hip-hop beats became a new formula that many artists would later emulate. She was instrumental in shaping The R&B rap collaboration trend melodic storytelling through hooks, the seamless fusion of femininity with street-influenced production songs like Always on Time and Mesmerize weren't just hits, they were the blueprint. The debut album that made history, released in 2002, Ashanti, was more than a successful debut, it was a cultural phenomenon. Historic achievements: over 503,000 first-week sales, a Guinness World Record for fastest-selling debut by a female artist, multiple chart-topping singles, a Grammy Award-winning body of work, Foolish. The lead single became the anthem of the year. Its emotional narrative, built on vulnerability and conflicted love, resonated with millions. Even today, the track remains one of the defining songs of the decade. A prolific run, 2002 to 2006. Very few artists matched Ashanti's productivity in the early 2000s. In just a few years, she released Chapter 2, 2003, Ashanti's Christmas, 2003.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.